So I just completed the den, and the way I put points in Act 1 is pretty simple. I just go and get double swing, get a mastery there, because afterward and get the leap. And you can actually start dropping points in leap, because later at the level 18 we're gonna drop points in leap attack. So in Act 1, what you need is to get like 2 maces. Like this one is perfect, and this one is even better. So these two would do the work. If you can find one with open sockets, but not this one, costs too much, but you can get that and put like whatever chip you get. Oh, super. Yeah, so I'm gonna sell off about everything and buy those 2 scepters if they're still there, of course. And yeah, you just hold on the points, the skill points. And another thing is that you when you get the poison potion, you're gonna use them to throw on a weapon swap, but that I'm gonna show later. Yeah, don't forget to buy a stamina potion, because early on, even though you're a barb, you're gonna run out of stamina all the time. So yeah, and you can see that I bought 2 random scepters, and the damage is way better. And you can look for 2 open caps, and maybe 2 open, 2 open socket if you ever want to make what's it called, a stilt. But 2 open cap is good, and I say cap, but any helmet. And also maybe keep like the rubies, the chip rubies, to make a 3 socket shield later. And we're gonna run the tower a bunch of times, like until we're level, I don't know, 12 or 13. And you can see that I just got a strangling potion, so when I'm gonna reach level 6 on weapon swap, I'm gonna use these. And you can fill them up when they get low by selling them to a vendor, and then when you rebuy them, they're at 25 out of 25. So that's the way to fill up the strangling potion, and they're really good early on. But at level 6 I'm gonna get double swing, but like I said, the strangling gas potion is better than double swing most of the time, because yeah, you damage, it's area damage, so it's really good. So yeah, you can see now that I'm dual wielding the strangling potion, so you can throw the left and the right separately. So like this one is sort of low, you don't want to go to 0 because it's gone forever, so you need to keep an eye on the numbers there and just sell it to the vendors and rebuy it to fill them up. Yeah, I'm just gonna showcase a bit the gameplay. Yeah, getting hit by cold is always annoying. Later we're gonna have something for that, like rhyme. But yeah, you can see that the the strangling potion are really good against weak monsters. This is upon reaching Act 2, and I'm level 13. I'm keeping my stats in case I need to put more dexterity. And this is the result of what I got in Act 1. So I've got this thing which I might use on the merc at some point. And I won't use my chip emeralds because typically you want to use them to to merge into L rune when you get like dull rune, which is useless. And L, actually, you're able to trade with L rune, so that's why I always keep my chip emerald. I've got some tir here, which I could put in this armor, and this is gonna help with the mana. Otherwise, I got a bunch of tal, and if this was a real league start, that would be good because I can sell them on GSP for a nice forum gold early on. Apart from that, meph is crap. It can go with tal it, so I could like early on sell stealth because people actually pay for that in hardcore. And then there's a L rune. So, and usually I make a Mattis flail, but as you can see, I didn't get any hit. And last time I played on BattleNet with a barb, I made one Mattis flail, and then I had 3 spare hit rune, and I made triple hit flail. But when I played that way, I was using double swing, and I put a lot of points in double swing, points in bash, and I think I might have put some mace mastery there to get the crit chance up. So this is not the same build, because this build I used double swing early, but now I'm dropping points in leap, and I'm gonna use leap attack. So yeah, my using a triple hit flail would be nice, but it won't hit as hard because I don't put all the points in damage in the damage for that. And that's a reason why I usually put strength to boost the damage of Mattis and the triple hit flail, but it's not the case here, like I said, because the beauty of leap attack is that you get base damage on it. You see damage 18 to 36, and that number goes up as you level up leap attack, and the leap bonus of 10% also scales that up. So that's pretty nice. I guess that the mastery does the same thing too. And yeah, for sure I'm gonna put some points there too. But what's gonna happen right now, all my useless chipped are gonna be used later when I try to gamble for a nice flail. But for now I'm just gonna buy a random flail, and of course there's none for sale. I could upgrade that. You can fudge it. Yeah, so there was nothing there. Well, basically I'm gonna buy 2 flails, and I'm gonna use that. And when I get the cube, I'm gonna cube the flails, which needs to be blue, by the way, to get sockets in them. But yeah, you can try to buy 3 open socket flail also. And I might be too low level to get the flails. Might be what's happening right now. It's strange, since I'm level 13. Anyway. So yeah, it really seems that I'm too low level. But there's something you can do, which I might do, is build... yeah, I'm just gonna build it just to show. Yeah, this scimitar is pretty cool because you've got a lot of attack speed and open wounds, which is sort of like Mattis, although the damage is way lower, but the attack speed is pretty good. But of course, if you do that, you need to put a single point. Where is it? I don't know. You need a point there, probably. And I decided to buy the grand scepters from the guy right there, Drogan, I think. And that damage was 6 to 11, and now it's 8 to 18, so it's a bit better. But yeah, for sure the flail hits way harder, and most of all way faster than the grand scepter. I just want to show the gear, so everything is pretty garbage. But I did do this helm, and I always do that helm. It sort of helps with the mana. 20 mana is pretty cool. Easy to make. Okay, so it turns out that you need to be level 14 to get flails. So, yeah, there they are. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a second one, and then I'm gonna gamble when I get a cube. Okay, so you can see that sometimes she sells some blue flail. So let's try that out. And I'm gonna gamble with chip the diamonds as the least important ones. And I got a complete piece of shit. Oops, sorry my language, but I wonder if I can gamble it again. Let's try it out. Not sure. Rubies. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess this is sort of good. Of course, yeah, I would have loved to get some enhanced damage, but I didn't get any. So now I can just put like a 1 to 16 lightning damage on that. And just a quick note, you can use a triple tal flail, but as I said earlier, tal is really valuable at the start of the league, so I would never do that. I'm gonna trade it for GSP credits. Okay, so let's get rid of one of these. Yeah. And just to look at the damage, you see 244. Now I'm gonna bump this up, and this is gonna help. That's a lot of damage early on, and for sure it's gonna be crap, but at level 18 I'm gonna switch to a leap attack. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Probably gonna use like these two, and I'm gonna keep those because I intend to put them in a shield when I start leap attacking, and I'll get some nice fire resist that way for cheap. Actually, I just thought of something. I'm just gonna go imbue at the attack 1. Most of the time I just don't use my imbue, so might as well do it. So we're hoping for some damage there. Something that's gonna beat 2 sockets with 2 chip rubies. So let's see if I can get something better than that. Yeah, well, it's pretty good because there's a socket there. Yeah, actually, it's better than my second weapon. So that's a way to get a nice flail. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna drop the I'm just gonna drop the ruby. So yeah, that's nice. My my steel scimitar I had earlier because it gives a mana after each kill, and I could just make myself some random armor with Tsia for even more mana after each kill. Like this. So now I've got 6 mana after each kill. And this is the... what's important is the splash damage. This little number there. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna go really well compared to what I was using before, the 2 flails. Because the attack rating is not important. And you can see if I put the flail on... yeah, you see the splash damage doesn't change, so keep that in mind. So you don't need the mastery. The mastery won't boost the damage. That's the splash damage. I'm just gonna show the gear for now. And I really like the frostings like that. Chance to cast frost, and I equip my merc with one too. Really helps. So I've been playing around with the leap attack, and it's really good. That's what I'm pretty surprised, but yeah, it's way better than double swing for leveling in the flare jungle at least. And you can see that each time I put a point in leap attack, the damage really goes up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that at level 30 you're better off with Warcry, of course, because the leap attack basically casts sort of a Warcry. Yeah, that's exactly a Warcry. So but yeah, the leveling is really fun. But at the bosses, I'm gonna use double swing. Yeah. I just want to show what the base damage can do, because my steel scimitar is really low, so you can see that the damage is it's multiplied by a lot, because it's only 10 max damage. But if I use this thing, which is 33 max, you can see that you get 225, which is pretty nice. So just keep in mind that you could go with a two-hander and do big damage there. But you need to remember, well, although it says that it's 95%, later you're not going to hit at 95%. And never forget that the monsters have a block value, which means that you're not going to hit each time you swing. But yeah, perhaps using a two-hander instead of this combo is better. But for now, I'm just going to continue this way. And I want to level until 23 before going to Act 4. And I just want to showcase that the flare jungle is pretty cool with the splash damage, which always hits, by the way. Yeah, you can clearly see how efficient it is against small monsters with low HP. Yeah, I just wanted to show that even at the bosses, the splash damage is enough to kill them, and it's actually faster than using the old crap. So basically, this is worthless at this point. But yeah, I still think that it's a good idea to use double swing along with the 1 point in Mace Mastery for the beginning of the game. But afterward, this is completely better than double swing, without raising double swing and putting points in bash and the masteries. If you go completely double swing, yeah, it's good, but I think leap attack is better actually. I'm pretty surprised. Yeah, against Diablo, I suggest that you try to max your lightning resist, and fire resist is not that important. So I just swapped an amulet, and that really helped. Because his lightning spray is really normal, really hurts. Yeah, make ancient pledge. First of all, in my case, it's not really a debate. This shield is garbage. But on top of that, you get damage to mana. So that means each time you get hit, you're gonna get some mana back. And yeah, the mana after each kill is really nice. I think I've got there and there. But now when I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get mana also. Yeah, see the 10% damage goes to mana. This helps a lot. And of course you can put a hit rune, which does the same thing. But I didn't in my case, but yeah, keep that in mind. Bail, and it wasn't a fun experience as usual, but at least it's done. But it's a lot quicker than when you use double swing, because the problem with double swing is that it just doesn't hit against Bail. So you're better off again with leap attack. And leap attack doesn't hit either, but the splash damage doesn't hit check, so yeah, it's really good. I'm really surprised. So I just reached Nightmare, and I'm level 27. And I bought some random run walk boots. Hey, second. Yeah, 4 slots there. And this I don't even need anymore. Yeah. I could buy like cold resist glove. That's one of my goals, or change the rings at some point. But yeah, I found this helm, which is pretty nice. So I'm using these. And I just bought this armor for the merc. So now we cast even more Frost Nova. And yeah, this spike also, I had that in Act 5 earlier, but this resist is awful. But that's how it goes. I'm just gonna show how well it goes in Nightmare, and it's really going well at the start, at least with the leap attack. So a lot more smooth than when you try to go to nightmare with double swing. So this is gonna be the last part of the video. I'm gonna show well, the last gameplay part. I'm gonna show the difference between leap attack and simply using war cry. And the damage is okay at this point, and I'm level 30 of course, but the problem is when you face tough monsters, you really get into trouble, and that isn't the case with when you switch to a singer. Okay, now I'm switching. You can see that even if I didn't face that difficult monsters, I was sort of getting kicked around. And now let's just reset. I need a bit of strength. It's 34. Okay. I like to put 1 point in leap, but what is missing right now is that I need a teleport staff on the switch, but I didn't bother getting one. So yeah, no masteries. I like to get speed, but yeah, natural resistance is pretty good too. But let's say that I just ignore all of that and go like this, and yeah, one battle command. So you can see the damage is puny, and both owl and battle cry are really good. But let's say that I max owl first, and then I put points there. And something you need to know is that putting more points in battle orders can be a good idea also, because you'll get more mana. But let's see that I don't do that. I'm just gonna check my resist, and you can see that if I get my mastery, I'm gonna have LT resist. But I'll just put 1 point in speed there, and I would probably put leap later and use a teleport staff, like I said. Can put another point there. The 5% is nice, and yeah, let's say that I don't try to cheat the numbers. I would put points in battle orders at first too, just to get more mana and more length also to the curse. The curse, like 7 is nice, and afterward I would probably put points in well, in Warcry, but also in Battlecry. In Battlecry. Okay, let's just map this first. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I was at 400 damage earlier, but most of the time you're in mid-air, so you're not actually doing damage. Plus, you can see that I've got way more life this way, and mana is bigger. But yeah, well, for sure, Warcry uses more mana. But let's see, let's move around and see what happens now. Yeah, so this is a level 1 Warcry. That's another thing we need to not forget. But you can see that that it is way safer this way. And of course, as I start putting more points in the actual Warcry, yeah, the damage is just gonna go way up in the air. My cast speed is sort of low also. Well, it's slow because I've got 0 FCR. But yeah, you could use stealth at this point, and you can see that I had 2 FCR ring which I found, so that's it. I put those on just for fun. Yeah, my resist is gonna go down, but you barely get hit when you use a Warcry, so that's not really a problem. Let's go there. I think I'm gonna test with yeah, with stealth afterward. And the mana after each kill is, well, it's doing something. Yeah, the mana after each kill does something, but it doesn't really help that much either. Yeah, I'm a bit faster casting now. And now I'm gonna make still. I'm just gonna kill this. Another thing is that the merc, if you stay close to him, he's never gonna die because everything is stunned. Because with leap you get sort of a war cry, but without the stun. And I mean, the stun is really good. Okay, let's get still now. Ah, crap, I don't have a 2 open sockets. Well, anyway. So there you have it. And I'm just gonna go back. I think for what I would change is maybe get a one-ender with maybe a bit more damage, like a Morning Star in Act 2 or something like that, and put skulls in it. So that way that would help the mana at first. Although I must say that yeah, steel is pretty good. Also, maybe I could completely ignore the flails upon reaching Act 2 and just continue with scepters. Because, I mean, you get the flail at level 14 and it's only for 4 levels that you're gonna use those. So, I guess it depends if you get the runes for Mattis or not, but yeah. Also, if you want to make your life easier, you can just go and remap at level 18 respec, so you can put more damage in for your double swing. I personally wouldn't do that, but it's an option. Oh yeah, no, I thought the Morning Star hit harder, but they really don't hit hard. Yeah, well. Then in Act 3 you can get something that hits a lot harder, but the problem is the strength requirement, if I recall correctly. It's pretty steep. And I think it's like 75, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it costs a lot of strength to get the Warhammer. But if you get a Warhammer with life, with Mana Leech on it, it will really help. But it's gonna make your attack a bit slower also, that's another thing, so. Let's just see what I'm saying. No, I thought it's the other one that sells that. And of course you could also go with a two-hander with 2 chip skulls in it or something like that. It would help the mana and it would help until the... Okay, so... it's 53. Yeah, I guess the hammers are not that bad. Although they're slow, so... And then there's this thing too. Bah. I mean, at some point the damage comes only from the splash damage, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna use a leap attack for sure next time I make a barb at league start.